The Yankees just traded for Jazz Chisholm and have been lighting baseball on fire. They have won 5 straight games since acquiring him. They swept the Phillies, the #1 team in baseball, and I don't see them slowing down anytime soon.
The fans are amazing, the team is amazing, what else can you ask for?
Chisholm fits perfectly in the Bronx. But let's remember, just 1 year ago, the Yankees were coming off one of the most disappointing seasons in recent history. They missed the playoffs while having a team with 2 former MVPs and a Cy Young winner. The expectations for this team were so much higher than being snubbed of the playoffs. Going into 2024, this put a ton of heat on the players, coaches, and front office to turn things around. But it wouldn't be easy. The Yankees had one of the oldest rosters in the league, with a plethora of bad contracts and injury-prone players. In order to rebuild this roster for 2024 and the future, the Yankees were going to have to rely on trades instead of a traditional route of signing the best available talent. They started off by trading for superstar Juan Soto. This move helped them create one of the best offensive duos in baseball history with Judge and Soto. They are currently first and second in on-base percentage and second and fourth in runs scored. This type of production for 2 players on the same team is unheard of, and it's been enough to absolutely carry the Yankees this year. The Yankees have had a standout season leading up to the All-Star break, posting a 58-40 record. Although their record was great, the team was still missing a lot of pieces, and the future looked questionable. While the trade deadline was approaching, the Yankees found themselves in a tough financial situation. Specifically, DJ LeMahieu, a backup player for the Yankees, at this point is going to be paid $15 million for each of the next 2 years, and he'll be 37 and 38 during those seasons. Giancarlo Stanton will be paid $66 million over the next 3 years and will be 37 when his contract is up. Carlos Rodon will be paid $27.8 million annually for the next 4 years, up until he's 35, despite posting a 5.21 ERA through his Yankees career so far. In addition, Juan Soto is about to be a free agent after the 2024 season, and if the Yankees want to re-sign him, they'll have to be prepared to offer close to $50 million a year. Because of these impending hefty contracts, the Yankees' moves have been limited. They need to be strategic, focusing on acquiring younger players under team control or cheap, cost-effective vets on expiring deals. To address their bullpen needs without breaking the bank, they brought in Mark Leiter Jr., a cost-effective yet reliable arm. Leiter is everything the Yankees need out of the bullpen. While the Yankees' bullpen ranks 4th in ERA, they're 18th in strikeouts. Many of their most reliable relievers pitch to contact, which is not always ideal in high-leverage situations. Leiter, however, is a huge swing-and-miss pitcher, averaging 12.7 strikeouts per 9 innings this year. This makes him extremely valuable in situations where the Yankees need a strikeout to avoid advancing runners. Leiter's effectiveness is largely due to his increased use of the splitter, one of the most dominant pitches in baseball right now. Opponents swing and miss on his splitter 62% of the time, the highest whiff rate for any pitch in baseball with a minimum of 200 pitches. While the Yankees needed a lefty reliever and currently have just one on the roster, Leiter's abnormally good performance against lefties makes him a valuable asset. His splitter is nasty, which has a slight arm-side movement, causing the ball to move away from left-handed hitters and drop hard. He throws this splitter 39% of the time to left-handed batters, who are hitting for an average of just 70 off this pitch, with no extra base hits. This essentially allows him to serve as an effective lefty reliever despite being right-handed. Another large concern for the Yankees was their offense. Outside of Judge and Soto, the rest of the roster's production has been pretty subpar. They only have 2 above-league average hitters outside of them in Giancarlo Stanton and Austin Wells. The Yankees wouldn't be taking their season seriously if they let Judge and Soto continue to be the only productive pieces of their offense. Recognizing this need for additional firepower, they brought in Jazz Chisholm. This decision was met with a wave of skepticism and even outrage. The Yankees gave up 2 of their top 20 prospects to get him, and many fans were appalled at the thought of Jazz on the Yankees due to his reputation for being injury-prone, flashy, and widely regarded as one of the most overrated players in the league. The backlash was intense, especially considering Jazz had been voted the most overrated player in baseball, receiving 20.3% of the player vote, nearly double that of second place Anthony Rendon, who received 10.2%. The Yankees knew they needed to take a bold risk to reignite their offense, and acquiring Jazz made too much sense. It turns out his play style is perfect for playing in New York. Jazz loves pulling the ball and putting it in the air. For his career, he pulls 39.9% of his swings, which is above league average. Then 27.3 of his hits are fly balls, which is also above league average. This hitting approach doesn't always work everywhere, as it results in a lot of strikeouts and flyouts. But where it does work is Yankee Stadium. Yankee Stadium has the shortest right field dimensions in MLB. This short porch allows what would be routine flyouts to right field in other stadiums to be home runs there. For example, this double here would stay in the ballpark at 29 out of 30 MLB stadiums. The one stadium it would be a home run at is Yankee Stadium. Same thing here with this double, where it would also be a home run only at Yankee Stadium. Jazz has really tapped into his power this year, crushing 17 home runs already, but if he played exclusively at Yankee Stadium, he would have 22 home runs, which would put him at top 15 in baseball. Jazz is a smaller player who needs to get all his strength into the baseball to get it out, and having a closer fence could really play into his style. One area Yankees fans were concerned about with Jazz was what position he would play. The Yankees already had a crowded outfield, so a move back to the infield was inevitable. Jazz started his career as a second baseman. The Yankees knew from seeing Jazz at second base he had great glove work and great range. They noticed that Jazz had a 74th percentile in arm value. The combination of arm strength, glove work, and range led the Yankees to believe that Jazz could make a seamless transition to playing at third base.
I played infield before, and like I did in Miami, I'm going anywhere to go win. I'll play any position to go win a championship.
At third, it helps the Yankees produce their best offensive lineups, and Jazz has fit the new position perfectly. Since joining the Yankees, Jazz has been red hot, carrying the offense and breaking records in the process.
High fly ball, deep left, going back Hayes on the track at the wall. See ya! Chisholm's first Yankee home run. High fly ball, deep right field. Castellanos turns, looks, see ya! He's done it again. 1-2. Driven deep to right field. Did he get it? Did he get it? Oh, he got it! A 3-run home run! Jazz has done it again!
Jazz was the first player in Yankees history with 4 home runs in his first 3 games with the team. The Yankees won their first 5 games with him and look like a completely different team. Jazz brings an extra burst of energy the Yankees needed. Now the offense has a new streaky hitter who can carry the load at times. And let's remember, Jazz is only 26. He's never played more than 120 games in a season, and his rates suggest that if he pulls together another fully healthy season, he has the potential to be a 30 home run, 30 stolen base player, or maybe even 40-40 in Yankee Stadium. The move to acquire Jazz was not just for this season, but the future. He's under team control through 2026. The Yankees were looking for players they have control of, and they don't need to pay right now. Now they'll be able to keep him while using their money to re-sign Soto. The Yankees a year ago were in one of the worst situations in baseball, but in just 1 year, they've retooled their roster into one of the best, with a very bright future going forward.
You kidding? I am Queens Boulevard.
Bam!
That is why you're a movie star.